Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Stellaris First Contact. So in today's episode we're going to be continuing the war against the Botany plants. But before we do that, I did want to pull back our current envoy from over here and instead send him over here to start working on a spy network. Because frankly, we're never going to improve relations with them. They've got us considered as a rival, and I was hoping they would change that, but yeah, they clearly don't want to be friends with us. So we'll instead work on a spy network over here, since they're going to be the next empire that we declare war on. Of course, we've got to finish our current conflict, which I believe we have these guys coming to take this location, and then they are coming over here to take this system. Well, we do need to speed this up. And so we're going to attempt, after we finish this up here, we're going to attempt to find their planets, which I think they have one right down here. And then we're going to try doing some raiding on them. So they have a small space station here, and is this 2 different planets? Yeah, it looks like they have 2. They're not even planets, they're actually moons of this here gas giant. So that's kind of cool. They've colonized these two moons here. Not very large. It's an Arctic world, the Tundra world. Okay, so yeah, we'll do some raiding of them. Got about 11 and 12 pops in those 2 locations. So we'll raid some of them, since they can exist on planets we already have. Because remember, we're not going to attempt to take control of any of their planets. We're just trying to get their systems. We do have a scientist not doing anything, so let's go ahead and have him come down here and research the debris. Or actually, this is that probe. Okay, so research the probe. And I know we found 2 of those probes, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look how many we have left of these. So this is the sublight exploration probes. We've only found 1 so far. Okay, so that'll be the second one. We just haven't gotten it yet. And then these 2 are not in their space. Now we know that there's somebody over here, but we haven't identified those individuals yet, that civilization. It looks like our other scientists finished up as well. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have them come over here in preparation to scan this system as soon as our fleet destroys that starbase there. And then these guys can come over here and do this, just because, you know, they're a little bit closer to that area, and obviously they're closer to over here. So yeah, we'll get that probe recovered. And yes, we do need to give these guys orders as well. Come over here and start raiding. So we'll start with this planet. Let's go and make sure that we're doing the raiding orbital bombardment. And we'll try and get some of their pops taken over. And of course, none of their ships can get past us into this territory we've already taken from them without having to fight our own fleet here. So yeah, we'll raid both of those planets, take some of their pops over, and unfortunately we lost one of our scientists, the engineering scientist, so we're going to have to hire somebody else. Hopefully we can find somebody good. It looks like that's a no. Nobody really exciting here, but I guess we'll take the adaptable one to get the increased leader experience gain. 34 years old, so we'll hire her. Let's get her put in place. That means it's going to slow down a bit, our engineering research, now that we have a newbie scientist there. And we were able to get an asset, a junior officer, against Botany. And so let's go ahead and take a look at our spy network. So this is our asset here. He's a military asset, good at subterfuge. So we're going to get bonuses for any of the ones that, you know, have that icon there. It'll be a little bit easier for us to complete those. So there's not really anything that we want to do here right now. We could do the gather information, get intel maximum infiltration level, so that'll allow us to do the other missions. That's going up on its own. We're just going to let it go up. We've got our asset here, and eventually we'll be able to do one of these other missions here. I suppose we could do the steel technology, even though we might be more advanced than them, which we're actually not. We're equivalent. But there's so many techs in the game, and there's a good chance that every civilization outside of those ones that are like really far behind you are going to have techs that you don't have, just given the way that the technology system works in this, where it's not really a tech tree. Alright, so we've taken over this system here, or just about. Oh yeah, we got it. Okay, so now what we need to do is move over here with the fleet just to make sure there's nothing over there while we're here, and we're gonna go survey that system. So we got another tradition. Remember, we're going down the adaptability branch here, so we could decrease the resettlement cost. And I suppose that's what we'll get. So that'll be helpful since we do resettle our pops quite often. We have been anyways. And so yeah, that'll be helpful. So yeah, we're raiding this planet here. We're causing them devastation, all the problems that come with that, and hopefully we'll capture some of their pops here soon. And looks like we've met somebody. Let's take a look where this is at here. Okay, so yeah, this is on this side of things. So I would assume that's the civilization that's over here that we haven't met yet. Now, we don't have a spare envoy right now to send over there, since we've already got them doing other things. And was there something here? No, there's nothing here at all. Okay. So let's go ahead and get them moving over to this location now. And then they'll scan this system for us. And so basically, as soon as we finish up this war, we can grab all 3 of these systems with our construction ship. So let's go ahead and get them moving. We'll just move over here to Shiny's cave for right now. And then yeah, they'll come over here and grab this. There's also this system over here that we haven't attacked yet, so I suppose we'll go there first. Although it'd make far more sense to go here first. So yeah, we'll go over there. And this looks like another one that might not have been claimed. Probably not though. It's probably been claimed and we just can't see that. But yeah, they did do a weird, that's a weird route of expansion here where they left all these little openings. Yeah, very strange. Now, given they don't go anywhere, and most of them don't go anywhere, so maybe that's why they left it open. But yeah, kind of strange that they did that and didn't settle those. But they expanded really far up this way, and maybe even down here we can't even see. And I guess that's not a horrible way to go and to manage your influence, because you can settle these anytime you want. Nobody's going to be able to get those from you. And that way you can claim more territory. We did get our moat harvesting. All right, excellent. So that unlocks the building moat harvesting. And we can also exploit the resource, which we do have one right there. So let's go ahead and get, we're probably going to need, we're going to need another construction ship here once the war ends. So let's just go and send them over there so they can start harvesting those moats for us. We also have buildings. Some of our planets can build the buildings to get us those moat harvesting jobs as well. So for the next tech, could get the shields. I think we're going to do the physics research. Yeah, let's do the physics research so we can get through these techs a little bit quicker. And yeah, that's that. So are they a science ship? That's what it looks like. Okay. And we were able to abduct one of their pops, and they were resettled on Bria Laura. So because we have planets already, you notice when we were abducting the goblins over here, which is what we're going to call them from here on out. When we were abducting the goblins, they were going to our home planets, here in Orc Prime. And that's because we didn't have any planets that they would fit well on. But because we do have planets that these guys would fit on, they're going to go to those rather than our capital, so that they'll have the higher habitability. So we can see them over here now. And as far as what they do, well, they're plants, so they're phototrophic. That means they only need half of the food, half the food upkeep of a normal pop, and instead they need energy upkeep. So sunlight, essentially. They're also pretty good at engineering, so we probably want to keep them on the indentured servitude. They're resilient, but they're also weak. The weak will result in them not being such good workers. Yeah, we want them to do the natural engineering. We don't have any research locations on that planet, though. We destroyed them all, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look real quick. I could have swore we destroyed those because we were trying to reduce the total number of specialist jobs. Well, how many specialist jobs do we currently have available? None. It's all clerk jobs. Okay, so this is what we'll do. We'll go ahead and re-add the research labs and then orcs and those plant guys. the Botany can work those, because we'll be taking more of their pops. So we'll need some jobs for them to do. So stepping up our engineering research would be useful. Looks like we're getting the most from physics. Yeah, and unfortunately society research is a little bit lower than the other ones. Alright, so we've already made contact. Oh, this is the 10th Menace. Okay, so this is a different group. I'm entirely sure where they're at. Looks like they're up here. So considering that we have a menace here, and this is not owned by the Botany and isn't connected anywhere else, this has got to be something weird. Not an empire. Yeah. Okay, so these... I think those are like drones, mining drones or something like that. It looks similar to that anyway. But yeah, they're definitely not from a regular empire. So we might actually want to do the first contact with them, because it won't do it on its own since they're not an empire. So that typically that's what's happening there, is that the other empire is the one that's completing the first contact. And so that won't happen. So we'll have to eventually do that if we want to find out who those are. And we also can't see their strength. So we don't really want to go in that system. We essentially want to avoid it. Now we did recover that one probe. And so every planet in that system is surveyed, but of course, you know, we've already done that here, so it wasn't even necessary. As far as what to do with this science ship next, I don't think there's anything for us to do. No, it looks like we might be done. I suppose we can go over here and survey this system. Yeah, we'll go over there, see if there's any other civilizations over here. It looks like it's not connected to anything else, though. So that might be another location that we can settle if we're able to get all the way up to here, which I think we did. I think we did get that location into our claims, but this location's not. We need 40 more. So basically when we get to 180, we want to add that, because I think that's the last thing that I'd really like to have here. Yeah, that's the last thing I want. So hopefully we can get it. We'll see, guys. Scientist is leveled up, and we finished surveying that other system up here. So this much it must attach down here, which again, I think this is all another civilization. So there's not really anything for us to do with this guy either. So let's go ahead and have her. Let me just see what the other one's a little bit better. So let's have her come over to our home planet. And we'll have her help with the research. And then if we ever get this scientist available, there's nothing else for him to do, then we'd have him go, since he's better, we'd have him go to the... Oh, a bunch of stuff just happened here. I don't have to do it envoys and spies and stuff. Oh, the galactic community popped up. Okay, well, that's interesting. But yeah, we would want the better scientists to go to the Citadel, because we'll be getting more research there, since they got all those research bonuses. So yeah, let's go through all these different events here. The first is a most irritating envoy. The Brandon envoy, Karsh Horth, which that's them over here, the goblins as we know them. So they have been exasperatingly tiresome in their efforts to represent Rhiannon interest in Orcland. Right from their first arrival, they have shown unremittent hostility towards the Bandit Kingdom, unleashing an almost constant barrage of objections to our policies and actions. So great an irritation have they been that few would weep to see the back of them, and we've heard whispers that a group of Orc loyalists are plotting to expedite their demise. Allowing this scheme to succeed would certainly be convenient, but allowing foreign dignitaries to be assassinated in our realm might not be the best of looks. So we can say we will not stoop to such measures. Snuff out the plot. That will result in us losing influence, which obviously is not good because we're trying to save up to, is it 180? Yeah. So we'd lose some of that and slow down this process. Or you say, let us be rid of this tiresome envoy, basically allow them to be assassinated, and we're going to lose diplomatic weight, which is important since the galactic community just formed. But what are we going to gain from this? Well, we got increased faction approval. So that might actually get faster influence growth. And then we'll reduce the opinion of them over here, the goblins. So I would say I'd probably just do this one here to reduce the influence rather than take these penalties. But I mean, we're orcs, and this is an irritating goblin pestering us, so of course we'd just get rid of them. So we're going to do this one here. And at least we'll get, well, hopefully a little bit faster influence. Maybe not, because I think the factions already really like us quite a bit. Yeah, we're not 59% here for the Patriotic Vanguard. They should become better pleased with us. Well, we don't have the rivalry, so that's one problem. But they'll be more pleased with us once we finish up this conflict. The next event is the Galactic Community. Won't read that. This pops up every single time. And there's no stopping it. So we're going to support it. An operative resurfaces. So a long expired set of covert codes has just been reactivated. They're linked to operations we previously carried out in the League of Great Botany, from where it would seem a former operative is trying to report back in. The message is light on details, but the code carries markers which signify intelligence on key political figures in a foreign empire. Our security advisors confirm that the codes were valid until quite recently, but their expiry means such codes are open to compromise by foreign powers. There's no telling if the operative or their message are genuine. So we say former agents are to be disavowed. Ignore this. Begins the operative resurfaces event chain. Or you say ready an extraction team. Our infiltration level will be decreased, and that also begins the operative resurface event chain. Yeah, we'd probably do this one. Let's go get them. Let's get the information. We don't care if anybody knows we're spying. We're obviously spying. What else is that envoy doing over there? He's not there for diplomatic reasons. We did abduct another pop. All right, excellent. And remember, we already got that set up, something for them to work on. And salvagers have been detected. Okay, so that's the probes. That's right, there's a probe over here. And so I'm guessing that's this fleet here. So do we need to destroy them? A small fleet of jury-rigged ships has been detected in the Estrion system, and one of them has the probe locked in a short-range tractor beam. They're hailing us. Okay, so they're going to pop up here. Oh, this is an interesting looking alien here. Salvager skipper. What do you want, alien? This probe, ours, salvage. We find first. You leave now. Yes, interrupting delicate operation your ships are. Must concentrate. Or if you want probe, we can sell. 100 credits and probe yours. Good deal, very good. You get probe, less work for us. Everybody wins, especially us. I mean, 100 energy is not very much. Yeah, I mean, that's it's pretty cheap. So, yeah, we'll go and do that. Just get this done. And we could attack them, but I mean, we don't really have anybody available to do that since they're still raiding over there. So, yeah, that's the better way for us to go here. We do need to solve our issues here. Still working with the internal market because we haven't had all that created yet. The galactic community, the galactic market. So the disavowed operative has returned and the probe has been transferred. All right, so we got that done, which means that we do not have to scan that system now. So they don't have anything to do, I don't think. Yeah. And we did establish communications with somebody. Let's see where they're at. So they're way down here. I was thinking maybe it might have been somebody over here, but this is a hive mind. Okay. So let's take a look at our disavowed operative events. Our once disavowed operative has made it back to Orc space. This great Votning individual, who identified himself as Vagarilium, something like that, appears nervous and relieved, but has cleared all security verification. The debriefing has been described as arduous, but the information has proven to be useful. We've now gained access to a valuable asset. With the matter now resolved, this guy's shaky disavowal will be renewed. Having confirmed that he's no longer missing in action, our current operatives can ensure that this time the disavowal will stick. Okay, so that ends the event chain. That probably could have ended in multiple different ways, but basically we got an additional operative here. Additional asset, I should say. That's also a subterfuge one. Okay. Remember, we lost some infiltration level. So we could gather information here. It costs a little bit of energy. Well, we don't want to use the influence. That's right, we're trying to save up here. We don't need much more. So let's not spend any more of it. The sign ship, let's go ahead and have them. There's not anything else for them to scan, I don't think. So let's go ahead and have them go to the Citadel now. And I should have just did this from here. It's much easier if you do it from here, but yeah, we'll get them assisting research. We ended up with another one of those pops. This one went to Orcland. Okay, but that's interesting because that's not, I was expecting them to go to another place. So we're going to resettle them because their habitability is going to be really low. Probably the 30% that it is for the goblins. So yeah, we're going to put them, well, we could move them over to Grok Citadel. That would make sense because that's a tech world. So let's actually move them over there. So they can hopefully get assigned to the research. Generally, they're supposed to get assigned to like what they're best at. Doesn't always happen that way. Ion thrusters has been researched. All right, excellent. So we're going to want to change up all of our ships. And we can get robots, though we're kind of a slave empire, so I don't really think we're going to do the robot path. Not in this playthrough. Let's go ahead and get the destroyer build cost reduction and the speed increase. Because yeah, we're probably going to build more destroyers here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that ship design changed up. Though let me take a look and see if there's anything that's going to be researched soon. Nope, nothing for the ships, I mean. So yeah, let's go to the fleet manager, excuse me, the ship designer, and get these ships updated with the new ion thrusters. So we'll get these all added to the destroyers, and they'll be able to move faster, basically. They also have higher evade. But yeah, very helpful. Just get your ships moving a little bit quicker. And we were able to enslave another pop. I meant after we gained that last one to go to the other planet. Yeah, devastation's pretty high here. We want to share the devastation, spread it out a bit. We've already taken 4 other pops from this planet. So let's go ahead and change our rating to this planet where they have 13 pops. Let's reduce those numbers a little bit. And again, spread out that devastation. So we should have this soon, just a couple more months. And they'll be able to add this system here. And then I kind of feel like the war is essentially over. Maybe we'll grab a couple more slave pops. But there's not really anything else we need to do. And we do have these guys here just completely neglected. They've just been sitting here. Well, here's another wormhole that we found. Yeah, we can go grab this system and then this system. I just forgot all about those guys up there. Also, they need to build something on Black Mountain over here. They do another city district to open up more building slots. But let's go ahead and do an industrial district. Because we need to step up alloy production, and of course, as you guys can see, consumer goods is always short for us. That's a problem for us. We do still have a lot of those goblins living on Black Mountain and Shiny's Cave. We got the orcs living on these planets here, so, you know, the habitability is causing some of the problems there. Alright, so we did finish up taking that outpost out, and also we finished construction on a mining site for those modes. So let's go ahead and get the construction ship moving back over here, and now we'll be able to, it's up here somewhere, this one right here. So now we'll be building up our number of modes. We're also gaining artifacts as well every month, so we could spend those. And that reminds me, I'd forgotten about this. We have an artifact here that we can get with that research station. And so they'll build that. That's from the dig site. And so we need to get that constructed. We could have been earning these a little bit faster. We can also spend these. We could just sell them to the private collectors for the energy. We could also take a look at that planetary decision. I don't recall what exactly that does. Bureaucratic output. So we do have bureaucrats here. They turn consumer goods into unity. So yeah, we'll go and do that. Why not? We'll do that here at least. That'll step up that production event. We could save these up for Elgate insights. The relics, the minor relics, or minor artifacts, excuse me. Maybe that's what we'll save them for. Alright, so now we have the birth of the galactic community. And so this is the Galactic Senate here, where you can pass resolutions. So one of the interesting parts of this is we can see, based on our score here, how we're doing compared to other empires. Remember, we are taking that 10% reduction, so we would be a bit higher than we are. We'd probably be somewhere, maybe in 3rd place. And And we can see everybody else as well and see how they rank. Okay. So we can assign an envoy here to increase our percentage here, our diplomatic weight. But we don't have any available envoys currently. And this is where you pick the resolutions that we want to work on trying to get past. Probably not going to be able to do anything initially here. Let's just let things kind of settle with that since that was just created. But this can be nice because you can get some nice bonuses here. You can also force other empires to kind of do things do things the way you want them done. So like for example, if you're a more benevolent species, you can make it so everybody has to treat space animals, or FTL species or whatever, treat them a certain way. So it can be a real bothersome. I'm going to open claims here. It can be very bothersome for an empire like ours. Alright, so we've gained that. We're still slaving over here, so we're not actually going to try and end this war just yet. There'll be more people joining that galactic empire. We can't achieve our war goals just yet. It says that we are demanding unoccupied planets. Okay, so it's this system here. Not only that, they have both a planet and a moon. Okay, so I didn't realize that there was planets here. So we're gonna need to take those. Oh, 3 planets. Wow, they're getting so lucky with the number of planets they can colonize. That's a little ridiculous. This is at least 2 systems now that we've seen that had multiple planets or multiple places they can colonize, because of course that's a moon, and I think the other place had 2 moons in fact. And maybe because it's all Arctic ones, but yeah, this is interesting. So I'm not seeing anything really exciting about any of these. Yeah, there's really not anything too exciting about these. But first we gotta grab more slaves. So we'll get a couple more slaves. We'll need to take a look at where all those pops are going eventually. And we do need to sell our minerals here. So let's go and sell a little bit of those. And then I suppose we'll always try and click on here again. We'll buy some more consumer goods as well. And remember, this is still the internal market, so we cannot sell slaves yet. The galactic market has to be founded. That'll be founded on a planet. You would have put forth a planet. Okay, so everybody's joining the galactic community. But yeah, everybody gets to put forth one planet that they think should be the capital of the galactic market. And trade value is kind of what really determines which one is selected. And we've got good trade value here. There's a bit of trade value we're not capitalizing on, the Citadel. We need to send that trade home. So let's go and upgrade this starbase here. I always like having the starbases in all my, any place that I've colonized. I like to have those upgraded. Governor leveled up, taking another one of their slave pops. So let's just take a look, see how many are left on this planet. Maybe I might end this soon. Maybe get 1 or 2 more, and then we'll end it. So you can see that a few things have been put up for a vote. The form of the galactic market is the first thing, and we do want the galactic market formed. So we're gonna go ahead and support that and vote for it. And so that's the first thing up here. And so I like going through these as they pop up, so I don't have to worry about whether I've voted or not on something that might be important to me. And so we have 3 of these to vote on. We already voted on 1. This one here is the Guardian Angels Act. So basically you'll get higher defense army morale, but army upkeep's higher. Diplomatic weight from fleet powers is brought down. It's basically an anti-military measure. And so if we look at that through here, I think it's this one here, Rules of War. So basically all of these are going to go very much against our kind of way of doing things. So we're going to want to oppose this one. So we're going to vote against it. Administrative insight. So subjects have a 25% ethics attraction towards their overlord's fanatic ethics, but monthly loyalty change will be lower. Now we don't actually have anybody. And so that one's right here. Yeah, we'll probably vote against that one. I mean, I don't really care about it, but yeah, we'll go and oppose that one as well. And we can go ahead and pass our own measures. We'll take a look at this later, though. Let's get this war finished up. Because we're almost done. We just need to enslave a couple more pops here, and then we'll be done. But yeah, we're revealing everybody in the galaxy as the galactic market kicks up. Of course, everybody's just closing borders with us because we start with our borders closed to them, so it makes sense. I suppose we could have been raiding these planets. I keep trying to think they're over there, but they're right here. So yeah, everybody's joining up. And we got some more measures. This is a recycling one. We oppose that. Of course we do. Conservation of the Taiyaki. This is one of the kind of space creatures out there. Animal-like. I think these are the space wells. We're going to oppose this. Of course, we want to be able to kill them. But it would make it so that killing them would be a breach of galactic law, so we don't support that. Cooperative research channels. I mean, this might actually help us, because I would assume we're doing all right in tech right now. I mean, you'd have to actually, like, hover over. I mean, you can't really compare, because we don't know much about most of these species here. But you can see we're getting 153 from our technology. Getting the most from Pops currently. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of empires that have a lot more diplomatic weight than we do. But we might get something from this, and research station output's nice. For starbase upkeep, that seems fine. I'm okay with that one, so let's go and support that. And then the readied shield. So this will increase naval capacity and diplomatic weight from fleet power, while increasing ship upkeep. That seems good for us as well. So we're going to get that one, because our fleet is going to be a large source of our diplomatic weight. We'd take another slave pop. And they want to establish an embassy. Which ones are these? Just take a look, see where they're at. Yeah, there's somebody I can see being friendly with. So this is that machine intelligence. We don't get along well with organics, but fellow organics, but we're gonna be friends with the robots.
Scientific breakthrough.
And still waiting for these guys to get over there. And there's a hostile fleet. Oh, okay. So they came and attacked us with a larger fleet than they put together ever before. This is 2.6 thousand. So you can see they have destroyers now, and they're trying to compete with us. So we'll get them wiped out, but yeah, they are stopping our efforts to raid them here. So they're getting more powerful. This is going to increase our envoys, though because it's 0.5, we'll still only have the 2 envoys. But we did get the more max districts, so that's going to be helpful. So for our next tech, so what is this one here? A faculty of archaeo studies. So this increases research for those particular techs. So is that like, yeah, the pass holds technological secrets that yearn to be unveiled. So any techs that have this marker here would do much faster at researching. Opens up archaeo engineer jobs on our planets. Of course, this is if we construct the building. And they turn consumer goods into research points. So they're built on a relic world. So this has to do with our relic world. I see. Because I've never seen this tech before. So I wasn't sure what it did. They also get us minor artifacts. Seems useful. Doesn't take too long to get it. We want to get this one as well, though. This is a good, nice one to have. And of course, this one's nice to have too. But yeah, let's go and get this one because it's a rare one. We don't know if it'll pop up again. So yeah, we'll grab that. So we're doing this battle here. I suppose we could watch it. It's a larger battle. So just turn it down a little bit and watch these guys fight. Looks like it doesn't matter. They're already done. Alright, so we'll go back to raiding that planet. And we did increase our skill level as well. Alright, excellent. And I don't think we lost anybody. Let me see. Well, we did. Yeah, it looks like we lost somebody. Okay, so we're going to get those reinforced. Let's go ahead and get this done. So move our transport ship over there. We'll get them, bombing them to make the planets a little bit easier to take. And we'll just continue raiding over here. And they'll likely send another fleet after us, which we have not repaired. We're just going to keep on raiding. I feel like we're strong enough against them that we should be able to defeat them regardless. We have been insulted by those Crusaders trying to antagonize us. Now let's take a look at their fleet power now. So it is inferior. So that's the reason why we couldn't make them a rival, though it is letting us do it now. So let's go ahead and do it again, because that would appease one of our factions. Alright, so now that we're here, let's go ahead and get... Which one do we want to go after, since there's 3 planets? So it's... Yeah, I wish I'd known that there's 3 planets here. So we have to raid each one of them. Or land on each one of them, I should say. And we want them to do... Could do some heavy bombing. Yeah, let's do some heavy bombing them. Get it done a little bit quicker. We got more things happening in the Senate. Might want to take a look at. These are security contractors. So this is for the mercenary enclaves, which we still haven't made use of or done anything with yet. I don't think it's really all that important. I don't really care about it, honestly. But yeah, I guess we can approve it, whatever. Sure, why not? Contact the fallen. So unemployed workers have their unhappiness penalty reduced by 10%. We'll get less diplomatic weight from tax. Spiritual ethics attraction is increased. Unity for jobs is increased. Yeah, let's oppose that one. Regulatory facilitation. This decreases the habitability, but overall it's largely beneficial. So we'll support that one. Of course, there are other ways to, or other things to consider. You know, like what's the next ones that come after these. So like with this one here, you might want to take a look to see, you know, are the branch overall something you want to support going down. I mean, it looks like everything, all the initial ones are getting enacted here. We don't really need to do any ourselves unless nobody else is doing it. But generally, there's always somebody in the Empire who's going to support everything. So this is buzzword standardization, and I meant somewhere in the galaxy. There's somebody in the galaxy that will support each one, typically. All right, well this one's good. So we'll support that one. Charter of Workers' Rights. Yeah, we definitely don't want to support that. Workers have no rights in our empire. The Non-Interference Act. This is another one we will not want to support. So let's go ahead and oppose that. And then regulated growth. Yeah, let's oppose that one as well. We don't want to support any of these. So there's a few that we're supporting. All right, so the construction ship is done over there. So let's go ahead and move them over to Shiny's cave. And so now we're just waiting for our troops to get over here. And our scientists got the custom AI assistants. So which scientist is this? Okay, so this is the one that's currently at Grok Citadel. So he'll be able to research faster. He'll get the higher survey speed, higher anomaly research speed. So it's good for all types of scientists. Since we don't really need our scientists, I almost want to have this character here switch out with one of our other scientists. Let me see what their levels are, because they might be pretty high level at this point. Because what I'd want to do is replace, yeah, with the society. Yeah, and he even has the lower leader experience gain because he's stubborn. So I think it makes sense to switch these two out. So let's go ahead and do that, so that we can get faster research here for the society research, since we've seen that that's the one we're moving slowest at currently. And then we'll need to replace him and have, he should be doing the assist research. I'm not sure, he might have been pulled off that, so we'll have them do that again. So we'll just keep on raiding here, because if we go anywhere else, then they can get past us. So we'll just keep on raiding these 2 planets here for now. I suppose if you really wanted to avoid taking this one here, which we don't want to avoid it that bad, but you could just raid all these until they didn't have any more slave pops. Because you can see we've gotten these numbers down pretty far. I think they're each at like 7 or something like that. Yeah, 7 pops left here. 8 pops here now. So they have gotten another one. Yeah, we'll just keep on raiding here. Taking their pops and putting them on our planets. Let's weaken them and strengthen us. And then we'll take a look at where those are all at after the war's over. So we can just kind of move them all around at the same time.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And we did get that tech that improves our research. Could improve the barrier point defenses or get the cold fusion reactors. I suppose we'll get that one that's quicker. Alright, so we're reducing their strength here. Just until we get the troops here, which they got here now. Well, that's interesting. So pledge secret fealty. We will pledge ourselves to the United Orc Tribes for now. So this is the Pelisium Star Dynasty. So does that mean like nobody will know about it? I mean, assume that's what it means, being it's secret. They're way over here. I don't know anything about them. They're zealots, spiritualists, fanatics, xenophobes. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, they've pledged their secret fealty to us. Alright, we'll take that, I suppose. I've never seen that before. And I haven't played much since the last couple of expansions come out, so there's a lot of stuff that I'm seeing for the first time. Now it looks like the Senate is currently voting. And remember, we're voting on forming the Galactic Market, which just about everybody's going to support that. There's only one that's against it and one that's currently abstaining. But yeah, pretty much most people are going to support this here, so that'll pass pretty easily. So we'll have the Galactic Market, which is exciting for us as slavers. Alright, so we should be causing severe damage to them here. So let's go ahead and move over to another location and have the army land. Again, this should be pretty easy. All these, taking all these planets. We might want to move over to that other planet now. And that's right over here. It looks like we're actually in a battle currently. Okay, so we got to battle them again. They attacked us once more. And so we need to reinforce to replace those corvettes we've lost. And we can get another tradition. This here is building in district strategic resource costs and upkeep reduced by 10%. We haven't really started getting any of those yet, but that'll help us later in the future. So I wanted to change these up, who we're currently raiding. We'll go and raid this one next. Down to 4 pops on this planet currently. 8 pops over here. So keep on enslaving them while we work on getting these planets over here taken. Alright, so we've taken that planet. Let's go ahead and take this planet next. And we're not even going to bother to wait. We don't need to. It's not necessary.
Initiating ground assault.
So we'll just get them wiped out here. See, once you get them over here, I mean, it doesn't really take all that long, but it wasn't about the length of taking these. It was that I don't actually want these 3 more planets that we have to worry about slave revolts and managing them and stuff. Not yet. I more wanted to, you know, enslave pops and then bring them to our other planets. But because we claimed it, it is necessary we do this. And so now we can achieve our war goals. So I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and end the war. We'll get everything we want. We could try and add something else, because the war has gone long enough that we've accumulated a bit more influence here, but we might not be able to afford anything. It's probably going to be, yeah, it looks like it's going to be 180. So we could get one more thing. So maybe that one is what I would assume would be a good one for us to get. You could also take this one here. That'd be another option. So yeah, we'll just wait a little bit and then get one more system. Suppose we'll get that one. That one has more goodies, so it makes the most sense to get that one. And it doesn't matter. They gave up. Okay. So we won the war, and have increased the size of our empire, taking over all this territory here. And also, we have a bunch of locations we can now settle. We have this one here, so that's 2, 3, and 4, because I left all these openings here. Alright, so the war is won. That's going to please our factions. You see these are, at least the Patriarch Vanguard is happier. They are a little bit irritated. Extend our influence to dominate subject nations will please them, so they want us to subjugate somebody. So we drastically increased all of our resource inputs, energy, minerals, food. We're feeding new pops, so that hasn't really changed. Consumer goods looks like it's about where it was at before. But the research, we're getting a lot more research now, so that's helpful. So yeah, we need to take care of a lot of things now that the conflict is over. First of all, let's go and get the construction ship, adding this one to our empire. We'll get all of them, but I think that's the closest, so we'll grab that one first. Also, our starbase over here, getting all that trade, has resulted in more energy too. So I know that there was a couple planets we saw that we can settle, but I don't think we gained any of those. Yeah, I think there's this one over here, obviously, and we didn't get that. Oh yes, there's the one here, the desert world. So we're going to want to colonize this one. So let's go and set that up now. And we're going to want to send orcs over there. We need a name. So let's go ahead and take a look at what kind of features we've got over here. It's a desert world. Okay. So I don't know, maybe something sandy something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think for the name here. Let's go with something random for right now, but we're going to want to change that name, obviously. So if you got any name suggestions for our desert world, post those down in the comments below. For names that kind of like fit, because we're orcs and we're very simple creatures, and we just name things based off of what we see. You just see something there. We found some shinies in a cave, so now it's Shiny's cave, you know. So very, very simple names for our simple orcs. I have seen some name suggestions are based from like other universes and stuff, but I prefer like names that fit for our little theme here. So yeah, we need a name for the new planet that we're colonizing. And our science ships, is there any use for them right now? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's nothing that we need to scan or research. Okay, we'll just keep them doing the assist research then. Our fleets, though, need to go back home and repair and upgrade. So let's go to upgrade both of them. So we'll get them heading back home. Sure, there's a lot of stuff we have to do on our planets. We haven't really been paying attention to them. And of course, there's our new planets that we have to manage. And I suppose we need to rename all these too. I don't like any of their names. So we'll probably rename all of these 3 planets. I feel like it's a little bit much, 3 new planets. I almost want to get rid of one of them and depopulate one of them. That would be an option. Maybe just keep this planet with its moon. This is the largest one, I think, though, too. At 18. These are really small ones. Yeah, the moon's, of course, always going to be smaller. I guess we can keep them. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of management you got to do here. And so we could just put them under the control of the AI, but they're so garbage at it. And there's not much management once you get all the buildings and the districts constructed. At that point, it's there's not much you have to do. So yeah, we'll have to think of 3 names for these. They're all Arctic worlds. So we need name suggestions for the Arctic worlds too, guys. And these are the botany plants. I guess they're fungoid. Okay, I was thinking they're plants, but they're fungi. Okay. And as far as what we want them to do, we'll probably just keep on the indentured servitude. Yeah, we'll have to keep on the indentured servitude. Our orcs are going to have to get moved over here, though, in order to kind of keep control, because we're going to see really low stability on all of these planets. Okay, so that's another thing we need to do, come up with names there and manage those. But yeah, again, it's whenever you get these new planets, they always have that really low stability that you have to work with. We've also got the Senate, where we have other things to vote on. Let me just take a look, see which one we haven't looked at. This is the Exploitation Act. So observation posts provide a small amount of research points while observing pre-FTL civilizations. The non-interference policy is banned. Well, that's interesting. Use of the provide technology diplomatic agreement with pre-FTL civilizations will be considered a breach of galactic civilization. Evidence that the plant advanced knowledge espionage operation has been carried out will also be considered a breach in galactic law. So basically the idea here is that they don't want you uplifting them, which is strange because of the fact that the text here says pre-FTL worlds fall within the jurisdiction of whoever controls their system, and each empire should be allowed the freedom to treat their property in whichever way they see fit. But you can't uplift them if you want to. But yeah, we would actually fit with all this because we don't uplift them at all, and that doesn't impact us because we are not doing the non-interference. So yeah, I think this is something we'd want to support. It seems that we are like-minded with those weird-looking aliens. Alright guys, so yeah, a lot of stuff we have to take care of once we come back next episode. Let's also get the transport ships going back home. And the next conflict would be with these guys over here. But we won't be able to start that up until after we get control of the new planets. So probably another episode of peace while we get control of them. It'll be a little bit easier because none of them are highly populated. Like, which planet? That Bria Laura was very populated when we got it. So we don't have any situation where we have a huge number of pops that we have to deal with that are all irritated due to their being enslaved. So they shouldn't be as challenging. But we only have orcs on one of these planets so far. Now, given we do not have these guys set so they can't do the specialist jobs, but the orcs are going to be important for the happiness and the stability. But I think our orcs probably have... I mean, they may have decent habitability because we got those one techs, 40 or 50%. Probably like... probably 40%, that's what I'm thinking, would be our habitability. So still not great. Well, this place has low gravity, so building costs are reduced, but habitability is decreased, so we'll actually have lower habitability then in that particular case. Let me take a look at these other planets, see if they have any... Nope, no other modifiers to be aware of. Alright, so yeah, we'll take a look at all of our planets. Next episode, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff we have to do. I do hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.